Time now to take a look at the morning papers.
Shattered lives. Just a cocktail party on the street of 7th Avenue. Huh? You make them in tatters. Ooh, Shadoobie. I'm a tatter. It's so great, Mika. Go ahead, take a bite of the Big Apple.
Go ahead. Mika, this is your favorite song on Some Girls, right?
This Some Girls, man. Oh. What an album. By the way, I used to always wake up in high school, you know, alarm go on, put on Respectable.
Oh, that's a great song.
That one moves 90 miles an hour, right?
Yes.
What about you?
And then maybe
then
maybe slow down to some Beast of Burden.
We're now let's just stay on. We're talking heroin with the president. Sugar. I mean, that's some good stuff. She's the easiest on the White House lawn. From a parade of papers, the Washington Post says we keep shattered up. Keep that up. No, keep the music up, TJ.
Drown him out.
Turn it up. More than 24 Democratic senators are pulling an all-nighter to get climate change back in the headlines. Hey, great job. You had a freshman from Hawaii, Brian Schatz, organize the marathon session. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid kicked it off by calling everybody that disagreed with them un-American
climate change
something.
Is real. It's here. It's time to stop acting like those who ignore this crisis. For example, the oil baron Koch brothers and their allies in Congress have a valid point of view. They don't.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
That's actually better than saying addicted to Coke.
Yeah, or un-American.
No.
Here's a live look at the Senate floor. Republicans say the all-nighter is just a political stunt.
Blumenthal.
Since Democrats have no plans to actually introduce climate change legislation. Yeah, there's Connecticut Senator.
He's
Richard
great,
Blumenthal.
and I'm glad that they're trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, I know. God knows the media. There's been a total blackout on climate change over the past decade. If only the media would focus a little bit on climate change. But there's just those oil barons control all the major media companies. There's a guy, I hear there's this guy, Al Gore. I hear he's been trying to get funding for a movie about this that says that Florida is going to be underwater in like 30 years, and New York City are going to be a huge tidal wave, and we're all going to freeze and be burning books in the public library. But Hollywood won't talk about climate change. The media won't talk about climate change. Nobody will talk about climate change. Thank God. Thank God these brave Democratic senators are risking the wrath of the mainstream media and the Hollywood elites to talk about climate change on the floor. I feel better. This is what America's all about. This is what America's all about.
What? I don't understand what could be wrong with that. Like how you could find a way to mock it and criticize it. No.
Emotional.
Well, you just said it's very emotional. You just said, thank God somebody's talking about it to get climate change back in the headlines. Damn the New York Times. They will not talk about climate change. It's up to these men and women. This is 2014's version of Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Willie.
And freezes.
And freezes. It's 3 degrees outside. And so now I'm allowing people on all the liberal websites to go, well, when it's cold, that means that there's climate change. But when it's warm, that means there's climate change. But when it's like in the middle, that means there's climate change. Pass me a Cheeto. I mean, come on. They get it coming and going. They get it coming and going.
I'm just going to let that speak for itself.
I'm just glad we get these brave hearts. What's Mel Gibson's last line of that movie, Willie?
Freedom.
Shouts it
out. As he's
out.
having his innards removed.
Freedom. Just tore him right
that
out.
hook in there.
Tore him right
Just
out.
another word for nothing left to lose.
Oh, that's a great line.
Janis Joplin.
R. Freedom. Off freedom. That's just some people talking.
So now it might be a good time for you to say that you were just kidding and you do care about climate change.
Can I say I love Don Henley? Even though Don Henley hates everything I stand for, I'm sure. But I love Don Henley. He's written some great songs.
And he's a climate change guy.
Yeah. I know he is. That's why I'm saying it's sort of ironic.
You know what they say about Morning Joe?
What do they say?
You can check out, but you can never leave.
Right, really.
Now listen, hey, I believe in climate change. Please, though, don't say, Mika,
I didn't. I actually never said anything.
I'm glad somebody's putting this back in the headlines. We've been having that shoved down our throat nonstop since 2004.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad to see that we've done really meaningful things to address it, because It actually matters. It really does.
It does.
And I don't think you should make fun of it.
I'm not.
I'm gonna.
Nobody's making fun of it. I'm making fun of the fact that you're saying nobody's talking about it. That's all they've been talking about. Al Gore won a Pulitzer Prize, a Nobel Prize, a Grammy. Like, you know, I think they gave. I think they reward. I think he won the Westminster Dog Show one year. He won every award that they could throw at him. What's that?
He won a BAFTA.
He won a BAFTA too. I don't even know what a BAFTA is, but he won one. And that's, by the way, the good news is this is just our first news story, Willie. We've got like 7 more. Go ahead.
You know what the Koch brothers say about Gore?
What's that?
Gore, eh? Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Not heard of it.
There you go. No, they've never heard of it. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead. I'm getting my oatmeal.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Keep eating.
Okay.
The Detroit Free Press, the U.S. House Energy and Commerce Committee, is investigating the General Motors ignition switch recall. The committee will examine why GM and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration failed to act quickly when problems were first reported nearly 10 years ago. The automaker is recalling 1.6 million vehicles. The ignition switch defect is linked to 13 deaths.
The New York Daily News, the Oscar Pistorius murder trial is back in session this morning. The defense trying to cast doubts about the doctor who performed the autopsy on model Riva Steenkamp. Pistorius became violently ill yesterday during the pathologist's testimony. The man known as Blade Runner became pale, repeatedly threw up as he heard some of the gruesome details from the autopsy report. Pistorius maintains he thought his girlfriend was a burglar and the shooting was a tragic accident.
The Oregonian, this may be one of the stranger 911 calls. A family in Portland, Oregon called police after being forced to barricade themselves inside their bedroom. They were hiding from an angry 22-pound Himalayan house cat.
What?
Take a look.
Yeah, hi. I have a kind of a particular emergency here. My cat attacked our 7-month-old child, and I kicked the cat in the rear, and it has went off over the edge, and we aren't safe around the cat. It's a very large Himalayan, and we're trapped in our bedroom. He won't let us out of our door.
Okay, does the child need medical attention?
No, he's just got scratches on his forehead. But the cat, we don't know what to do about the cat. He's trying to attack us. He's very, 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 very hostile.
So
I tried to get a hold of animal control.
Hang on just a second. You guys are inside your bedroom right now.
Yeah, and when I leave out the bedroom to let the police in, I'm going to have to fight this cat.
Oh, man.
So the police were able to capture the cat with a dog snare when they arrived at the apartment. No one was seriously hurt.
Wow. Okay, you know you're in a situation like that, Mike Barnacle. Wow. You kill the cat.
No, well,
absolutely. You kick a field goal with the cat.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
seriously,
right through the uprights.
I would have you run to the other side of the room, and I would kick.
Just grab it by the neck.
That cat attacks my 7-month-old kid. I'm not on the other side of the door. That cat is.
I would have called Patrick.
They kept the cat.
Well, they have the cat. I would have called Patrick Gavin, put him on speakerphone, and let him talk the cat down.
The
he's
cat
whisperer.
Yeah, he is the cat whisperer.
He is
Okay.
the cat whisperer.
We haven't had a Patrick Gavin cat joke in a long time.
No, we haven't, but they just played. Listen, we said Patrick Gavin.
I know, that's what made me think of it.
There we go. They just bring boom.
Patrick, we love you, baby.
There's a big red button in the control room.
There's Gavin. Press it.
We're getting close to tournament time, everybody. And that means it's cat time.